Yeah, it was a disappointing start. We obviously knew that Sydney would be, keen to make amends for their performance last week, and we prepared, not necessarily expecting that, but we were expecting to bring our own level of intensity and pressure, and Sydney's credit, theirs was better.
The way in which that game unfolded so early, how much did it put you on the back foot? How much did you feel that the guys, in a way, were they shell-shocked, or just too hard for them?
Oh, look, I think the game and the way it was played and the pressure that was on early led to some of our turnovers, which obviously caused some scores against. And again, systematically, our season hasn't been based around conceding 7 goals in a quarter, and once you're doing that away from home, you are chasing the game a little bit. That said, I thought we worked our way through quarter 2 and quarter 3 back into a reasonable spot, and to be 3 goals down at three-quarter time gave us a glimmer of hope. But again, Sydney was too strong in the last quarter.
What do you think of a game like that? That sort of debate as to where your midfield's at and what you need in it, or how much time it's going to take to develop to be of the quality we saw tonight from Sydney? Yeah, look, we take away a lot of learnings from the game. I mean, it's the disappointment of losing a final, and it sits there right now. It's pretty raw for the players, but out of that, whether it's our midfields, our backs, our forwards, as a collective, we've got some lessons to learn. We've got some areas to work on and some things to improve, and that's the challenge we face into pre-season, is to make sure we address those things, and we really we hit next season improved in as many areas as we can. Do you think you've got the nucleus of the midfield that will become as good as that one?
Oh, I think we've got the nucleus of a very good midfield. Not only the guys that played tonight, but the guys who, we haven't had many opportunities here and been playing good footy in the sandful. So I've got no question about the quality of our midfield. I think it's a matter of doing small work. We've got some young players in there with the 2 Crouch guys. I mean, Jared Lyons has really found himself as a consistent spot in the team this year. They'll be better for it. That's the experience you get out of a night like tonight. The disappointment's there, but we take some experience away.
So what happened with your defence when you started? At what stage did you start losing guys and feel that you were also short on your matchups there?
Yeah, well, I mean, Charles got injured, I think it was early in the second quarter. And then Jake Lever obviously went down as well, and that just made it a bit of a challenge there for a little while. But Tails really battled on manfully, I thought, in the last half. And Jake, when he came back at half time, he just couldn't go at all. So we had to shuffle some things. We moved Dave McKay into our back rotation and went from there. Who's that? Sorry. Yeah, look, he was. I spoke to him at half time, and he was determined as a leader of the footy club to continue to really contribute. And to his credit, he went out and did that in the second half. So a really good step for him to be able to play with that sort of that injury.
So Don, where are we on the big picture? You'd say the team's improved?
I would say the team's improved. We sit here tonight disappointed with our performance in the final. And look, at the end of the home and away season, we probably reset our target, and we haven't achieved that in the final series. But overall, we've improved. We take some positives away, but there's clearly a number of areas we want to keep getting better at.
So when you say reset the target, what was your realistic goal?
We felt we were capable of beating sides, on our side of the draw as it panned out, and tonight was an opportunity against a good team in Sydney. Unfortunately, the way that the season finished meant we were going to be travelling after week 1. But we came here with clear vision to play, perform well, and expected to win, and we weren't able to do that. So credit to Sydney.
Can you articulate what you are looking to review over the summer, ready for next year, and where do you think you could improve based on performance into next year?
It's probably a little bit early to go into the full detail of it. We'll conduct a review of the season. We'll look at each of the areas, whether it be the lines. I mean, forwards, backs, and mids, and we'll see what we need to really do. I mean, tonight probably highlighted, some of our contested stuff and our ground ball stuff didn't come to the level of Sydney. So, there's some area there immediately, but the other stuff, some of it is functional, some of it's personnel, some of it's a combination of another pre-season, and we just got to keep striving to get better.
It's been a difficult 15 months for the club. Fair to say it's been an emotional roller coaster. Do you think the players buckled under the pressure tonight of the final, and do you think that they were able to handle the emotional stress of coming through the past year or so?
Yeah, no, I didn't feel any emotional stress or strain on the players at all. It's been recognised it was a difficult period for the footy club last year, but I've certainly thought, my time at the footy club, the players have moved on, and if anything, that's probably galvanised them as a group. So tonight was not about that for me. It was probably just about our ability to perform to the level that we aspire to in a final, and that's where we've got to get better.
Don, what did you say to the players after they came into the rooms after the game tonight?
Pretty similar message, to be honest. It was, we take away some positives and some things that we can be pleased with about what we've done throughout the season. But the game is based around winning finals, and we've got some areas we've got to keep working on, and we've got to improve on to be able to do that. Otherwise, we'll sit as a good footy club, and we don't want to be a good footy club. We want to be better than that, and to do that, we've got some work to do, and that's pretty much what the message was. Because if we walk out of there happy with our performance this year, there's no road to progress through being comfortable and being happy. We need to really sit down and work on it both in the off-season and through the pre-season.
And what do you make of the difference in the scoring, say, for those really finals type game like the one against West Coast, then tonight and then other games, such the Geelong ones? Is there something about the way you score or don't score in those high-pressure games?
Well, it's probably something we'll go away and review. I thought tonight it was probably our inability to stop them scoring as much as anything else. And we recognise that come finals, that ability to score is going to be a challenge because of the nature of the game being more contested and at everywhere, not just at the stoppage, but also around in your forward half and your back half. And the reality was we gave them a 7-goal start. And once we were doing that, we were chasing the game. So, as I said, I thought just for three-quarter time there was a little window there. We got back to 3 goals, and we really need to start the last quarter well. But as I said, to Sydney's credit, they stepped on the gas again, and from then it was it was really just finishing the game off more than pushing for a win.
What did you make of the ruck battle?
It's probably didn't really view it in significant detail, to be honest.
Something because Riley O'Brien came as an extra, do we read that Sam Jacobs might have had something?
No. Source was 100%. He was fine. Yeah, there was nothing. That was really just precautionary in the event that something happened to Source that either in the warm up or something else, or he got sick this morning, meant that we'd have a replacement there. There was nothing wrong with Source.
And Jenkins?
Well, he's had a little bit of an ankle complaint, but he was fine. He was 100%, and he didn't have a great night.
How long did he carry that ankle?
He's had that for a little while, but it's something which has been managed. I mean, this time of year you'll find it doesn't matter whether it's our side or other sides. Everyone's carrying little niggles on the way through. Some of those things are they affect you, but they affect you to such a marginal degree that shouldn't impact on your performance.
So would you have a public opinion about who could win this whole thing now?
Well, the Bulldogs, the way they're travelling, they're certainly chock full of confidence. I mean, it's set up now for a pretty big preliminary final weekend. I think you'd probably say, for me, I'd look at the two teams that have had the week off in Geelong and GWS and say they're probably the two leading ones to head into the grand final from there. That'd be a really interesting game, I would have thought. Interesting games next weekend.
Don, a year into this job, what's going to take Adelaide from what you say is good to great? Is there a vision as to what is needed?
We'll continue to work on a whole range of things. We sit here going, as I said, I think we've made some improvements. We've got more improvement to make. Some of those things are related to our style, some of those related to our personnel and their individual areas for improvement, and some will be related to some off-field things that we can keep working on with our group in terms of whether it's our education or our leadership. So we'll keep building those things throughout the off-season and in the lead into next year.
So is that the image you've got? A lot of good foundation blocks.
Yep.
You just need to improve on every bit of it rather than one central key.
Yeah, I think it's constant improvement. That's what we've said since the time I got here, and we've improved this year. We haven't improved to a level that's allowed us to get to the next stage in the final, so we've got some work to do. But as I said since day one, I'm really pleased with the group, with the engagement of the group, with the quality of people we've got in the group, and with their drive to get better. If we drive that, then the results will come our way, and we work hard.
You had a remarkable number of fans travel up from Adelaide and a lot of other parts of Australia. What's your views on the fans, and what do the players think of having such a remarkable number of people travel to watch them?
We're very fortunate. We've got wonderful fans. We've got great fans, supporters, members, and it was great to see as many as did travel over for the game. And it's the same when we go to Melbourne. We've got great support. So really fortunate in that respect as a footy club to have the quality of the fans and the passion and the real desire and love of the game and the love of the club. So it was great to see them all here today. And certainly I know walking the streets this morning, everywhere you went there was Crows people with Crows jumpers and hats on. So it's great to have that support.
So very quickly, 1 year in, what's the job given
It's pretty much what I expected it was going to be. I mean, it's you ride the highs and the lows, and unfortunately tonight was a low. But I'm loving every minute of it. As I said, I've got a fantastic group of players and coaches, and we're on a journey as a footy club, and that's sort of now 2 years in a row in the finals. We've got to aspire to reach it again, and the reality is we start 0-0 with everyone else next year. So it's back to the grind in terms of hard work. But as I said, really fortunate we've got a really engaged group of players who are determined to do something. So we'll keep working with them. Yeah, look, I thought Scott was solid tonight. As I said, we recognised we were, as a group, beaten through the midfield. But now's not the time really to talk about what we're doing for the future. We'll deal with that with list management in the coming weeks.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.